Greetings, sirs and madams. I'm Seraphic Zero, and we're playing Gundam Battle Operation. Here we have a completely random recording of the Gassha. So we were just playing on some random Friday night, and they put my alternate account on the Xeon side. And I have freaking nothing built up on my Xeon roster on that account. So I randomly decided to buy the level 1 Gassha and just take it for a spin. So this room is actually a level 1 room with 300 cost limit. So I figured on the Xeon side this is probably the best I could do. And this mobile suit's pretty freaking weird. So as some of you may know, there was an update done a little while ago to nerf mobile suits that have knockdown weapons. And of course the Gassha was pretty much nerfed to hell because of that update. And like from just playing with it, I could tell this mobile suit would be very, very effective for the update, but afterwards it's just got some weird stuff going on. So the Gassha's loadout is basically, it's got a kind of a Gundam hammery type of gun launcher thing on its right arm. And this is just like a one-shot, pretty mid-range like weapon thing, and it causes instant knockdown. To my surprise, the Gassha can't fire this while it's running. It has to stand still to fire this gun. And from there, it also has these rapid-fire missile silos on its shoulders, and these are absolutely really, really excellent weapons. You can fire them while running. They fire in a straight trajectory, very rapid fire, just a really excellent weapon. And yeah, I was just dicking around. I'm not really being serious here, so I just figured I'd take the shot for fun. But yeah, so the normal combo of the Gassha is that it's gonna knock down with its like launcher thing and then follow up with the missiles, and these things shoot really fast to do a lot of damage really quickly. And just for whatever close range purposes, it can also use its iron nail, just like a lot of other aquatic mobile suits. Actually, I'm not sure if this thing is amphibious or not. It just kind of has that same wacky ass design. Also, I'm not sure what's up with these pipes on its back. I mean, usually you put those there for fuel, but these things are way too thin, and so maybe they're just there for balance. Anyway, so it can do 2 hits with its claws, I think, and also it can dodge roll. I don't really make much use of that in this, but whatever. Okay, and I sensed a disturbance in the force, so I had to run over and capture this spawn point real fast. You know, I have problems, but okie dokie. So yeah, so the way the nerf worked for knockdown weapons is that after you fire the weapon, there's sort of a lock on when you can switch weapons next. So I think it's about a 2-second wait, and I find that this was probably one of the poorest ways to handle this. And while I do agree the knockdown weapons, like the balance on them really, really needed to be addressed, because Xeon just went like way over the top with them, and it just got really impossible to really deal with it. So the nerf was like, I'm glad to see it, but at the same time it just wasn't implemented well, and it really made some suits such as the Gassha here not as effective like anymore. And you'll see me having a lot of trouble switching between weapons because of the way the nerf works. So normally the way I'm used to playing is, as soon as I fire a weapon, I'm going to switch weapons right away, and I basically do it by memorizing the weapon cycle and pressing the weapon switch button that many times to get to the next weapon I want to use. However, the way the lock works is your weapon switch button doesn't work for 2 seconds after you fire your knockdown weapon. So you'll see me kind of basically jamming the weapon switch button, but nothing's happening. So and then I don't know the timing for the weapon switch lock. Whoops, sorry, buddy. So I don't know the timing for when the weapon switch would be free, so you'll see me accidentally cycle past the weapon that I want. So it's not. It was a really horrible way to implement this. I think something that probably an alternative way to do it that would have been handled much better is if instead of like locking down the weapon from switching, what they should have done is added a 2-second ready time to the next attack. Like for instance, like maybe after the launcher fires, I can switch to my missiles, but there's an added 2-second wait. And I think that would have been a way to balance the combo on the Gassha without kind of messing up the way people play. But yeah, the Gassha, I can see how it was a really effective mobile suit back in the day, but since the update, it's probably shouldn't be used anymore. I think something like wait, did the nerf apply to the Desert Zaku too? Maybe it did. Yeah, but weirdly enough, the biggest offender in the knockdown imbalance like issue was the Galgu Jaeger, and as far as I can tell, the the nerf just didn't really affect it because people usually follow up with the beam machine gun again, and of course you don't need to switch weapons after you knock down like with that rifle. But I don't know, dude. Yeah, obviously the developers, I guess they're just sitting in their own world, kind of doing whatever, and if I wasn't Sun there, I probably could have taken out that BD really easily. But yeah, I guess the developers, they don't really spend a lot of time playing the game, I guess? Yeah, and they don't really... And I think just if they would just kind of hang out with the players and kind of see how the players make use of the mold suits and how the players affect the balance, and I think that would help them be a lot more informed in their balancing decisions. But whatever, at least they try. Yeah, this is the first game where I see the developers trying to address the balance, so I guess that's sort of nice on its own way. Got a last second kill. Yeah, let's see if I can get a shot in. Got him. Then promptly took a beam shot to the temple. I guess that went pretty okay. I was just being super clumsy with this mobile suit. I had no idea how to use it. Yeah, and it feels really clunky with the weapon switch nerf on it now. But yeah, I guess the team did sort of okay. We have US players on both sides, and some randoms. And I never really felt any synergy in the team, like we weren't really working together. I was just sort of randomly running around, but the match was sort of close, and we did win by like a very slight lead. And it's all junk. Alright guys, that's it for this match. I'm sorry I haven't posted in a while, but there you have the Gassha, and we'll see you next time.